and welcome to the Go Biffet Sunday stream concert series taking place here in the Woodrooms in Salford. Over the next few months we're going to be bringing you a series of concerts on a fortnightly basis featuring a selection of artists from all genres, the usual wild mix of Go Fest featuring all genres from folk music to classical sounds to authentic Transylvanian sounds to all the way through to rock. But today we've got opera and operetta, some playful duets, Hungarian and Welsh songs. Thank you to all the artists who are starting off the concert series. Welcome. I'm going to talk to Elizabeth first. Welcome, Elizabeth Silló.
Thank you very much for the invitation.
Hello, Dorothy as well. Dorothy's going to be on the piano. Simmy Singh on the violin, and Richard Parry.
Breaking news.
Richard Parry, who's come all the way from Wales. So thank you all for coming along in such difficult circumstances. Tell me a little bit about yourselves first. So let's find out a little bit about the artist. Elizabeth,
shall I start?
Your journey into music.
Okay, so hello everyone. My name is Elizabeth Silló. I came from Hungary originally. I'm a British Hungarian right now, a member of the BBC National Chorus of Wales, and chairman of the newly formed Welsh Hungarian Cultural Association. I started at home as a little girl to play the piano, and then I was inspired by church music. I went to church every Sunday, and then I studied music, and then mathematics and economics and art management, lots of things. And we came here to Manchester, and then I was a solo singer and PR manager of the City of Manchester Opera. Then we moved to Cardiff. This is where I met Dorothy, Richard, and later on Simmy. And then we moved to Canterbury, so I came from Kent now.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you, and you are a bit of a cultural ambassador for Wales and Hungary and making those connections.
It looks like actually,
yeah.
This task, let's say, found me, and I have wonderful people now in our brand new association. Richard is a member, Dorothy is a member, and I have members from the Mid Wales Opera, from the BBC National Chorus of Wales, and we have the honorary consul in Wales of Hungary behind us, so Montgomery as the Welsh town is also supporting us, so it's something great, something new, and we have lots of programs coming through.
Yeah, and there is actually there is connections and links between Transylvania and Wales as well. Beautiful lands, mountainous scenery, which always inspires beautiful music to take place. So over to you, Richard. Tell me a little bit about your journey into music.
Okay, well, I come up from just outside Cardiff yesterday on the train.
Welcome.
And yes, I was brought up in West Wales in Pembrokeshire. And I sang as a boy, and then I've been singing ever since, really. I'm working now a lot with communities and telling stories in communities. So that absolutely mixes beautifully with the singing stories, because the stories and the songs of Wales are often about landscape and stories and community and relationship. So it's perfect, really.
And folklore.
And folklore stories, yeah. A big project at the moment about South Wales and telling the stories of the faith traditions in the landscape of South Wales, not in the temples and churches and mosques, but how the stories of the faith traditions are in the landscape. And our song comes into that in a big way.
And that's where the connections with Transylvania exist again. So over to you, Dorothy. Dorothy, you run the Kodai Music School, right?
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, I was inspired, I grew to love like Hungarian and Romanian music when I went to a music course in Bayreuth. And then so I got a British Council scholarship to study at the Liszt Academy. And then from there I learned about the Kodai Institute, where you really learn to be a very good, like, rounded musician. It's very hard, they're very strict, all the solfege, but also how you can teach children from the early stages to love music, and very much through folk music, because that's relevant to them, they can understand it.
Yeah.
And then this method, it's not really a method, but a way of teaching that develops from very young to very high level, professional level. So that's what we try to do now in Wales, teach the children to love music to the way that it's fun and it's taught like a language. And so they learn the sounds before how it's written. But even by they're 7 years old, they can read music because it's part of their language. And so we started like slowly, and now the children, they get scholarships to music schools, to music colleges. And but also anyone can learn. You don't have to then. We've got 8 different nationalities in our group.
International.
So it's really
Beautiful.
music bringing nations together. So I'm originally from Cheadle Hulme near Manchester. So I'm really happy to have this connection.
Yeah, it is.
And I've been to like Transylvania once or twice, which is so beautiful. So that's lovely. I hope to keep connection.
Yeah, it's nice to keep international connections and bringing music together from all genres and all nations as well, and cultures. And I think that you'll be bringing your youth group of musicians to Gobe Fest this year. We have got some exciting news to tell you actually, that will be going ahead this year. And okay, over to Simmy. So Simmy, your Dorothy's daughter, did she teach you violin?
She did, yeah. She got us all started, you know. Yeah. I guess I would say I didn't have a choice, but my older siblings were playing as well, and so I think when they were doing it, I just wanted to do it. And then Mum was just the most amazing support and gave us this opportunity, and now we all.
And we were just chatting in the rehearsal room before that you like to mix and blend violin. You're an adventurous violinist.
Yeah, well,
to bring it together with
life and music is the same thing, you know. So it's like all these different melting pots of the things you love, the places you love, the music you love, and you know, I love all types of music. So why not use my skills to explore all those things? Like, yeah, seems a shame not to.
Thank you all for coming. So I just wanted to quickly, before you start, what has it been like to prepare for this concert in a lockdown situation?
Well, it's been very
so easy.
How have you managed to do it?
We tried to do it on Zoom, but you see that you are never together. So basically, we just heard each other yesterday here, the first time.
Did a rehearsal here yesterday.
Yeah.
We've been meeting on Zoom, which has been quite nice. But the sound between the different areas doesn't all coincide, so it looks fine when you're talking to somebody, but as soon as you start to play music, so we try and sing along, and you have to wait and try and work out what the gap is, and nothing ever sounds the same.
And what can we expect from today's gig?
Lots of fun. I hope you will sing along, dance along. You will learn 2 languages at least, but we are going to sing in English as well.
And you're all
Just to
singing in
make
Hungarian.
sure-
I heard you practice as well.
Yes, and in Welsh as well, and lots of different types of music.
Brilliant. And Dorothy, you are playing. You've learned a song, especially a Bartók song, an evening with the CKs.
I really love Bartók music. It's so related to nature.
And also, Bartók music says that we're all musically connected and we're all cousins, and we all have the same tone. So
Absolutely, it's true for us, for everyone.
Yeah, we're going to be singing something from Harry Janos, and then there's some music by Marion Williams just after that, not long after that. And really the same sounds and the same tones are in the mountains. So there's lots of crossover between Wales and Hungary today.
brilliant. Oh, it's going to be beautiful. So, you guys at home, what we need from you is we need your reactions. It's really hard for musicians to perform just to cameras. They haven't performed to an audience for a while. So your job is to make sure that you're sending reactions, comments. I'll be backstage, you know, relaying your comments to the artists as well. So make sure that you're giving us lots of claps, lots of emoticons, and enjoy the concert. And welcome one more time. Thank you very much. Enjoy, have fun, guys.
Thank you, Ortigia.
Thank you very
Ortigia.
much.
Thank you.
Okay, so we can start now officially our concert. The first song will be a Hungarian folk song, and I'm very happy to announce that even Richard, even Dorothy will sing along in Hungarian. Thank you very much. And Simmy Singh will play a violin. This is called in Hungarian, obviously with a Hungarian spirit. It's not even a question. The song says spring wind. There's spring coming, we're all waiting for spring. So this is a love song that spring brings new wave, and this is the time when we have to choose our partners. So I have to choose my partner, and hopefully my partner will choose me as well. That's the first part of the song. In the second part, the selection has happened already, and the girl is not so happy about the marriage. So she is lamenting about the green ribbon, remembering that, oh, the green ribbon when it was in my hair. It was so beautifully just blown by the wind, but now I have a white veil as a bride in front of me, and it is folded with sorrowness. But the song will not be that sorrow. I want to tell you that you can sing along, you can just pronounce virágom, virágom, my flower, my flower. When the Queen, as an ensemble, was in Hungary, in Budapest, Freddie Mercury sang this song to everyone. Okay, so let's try it together.
So, this is a socially distanced concert, and we've been rehearsing with our masks on, and even the daffodils have got masks. So, we're going to move around. So, we'll do a roundabout.
Yes.
Simmy, you go that way, and I'll go this way. This is a song that was made famous by Paul Robeson, the great American bass, and it's an American folk song from the time of the American Civil War. So, as the Union Army moved through the South, thousands, then tens of thousands, and then hundreds of thousands of freed slaves left where they lived and went behind the Union Army. And soon there were millions of people following the armies around the southern states of America. And over 200 freed slaves joined the Union Army to fight for freedom. And they would sing this song. And it's called Auction Block, No More Auction Block. And we've had the song translated into Welsh. And so this is a Welsh singing of No More Auction Block. It's called Mae'n y Mart. And I sing it for all my friends who are working for the same ideals today in Wales that Paul Robeson worked for when he came to Wales and in his life. Mae'n y mart dim mwy I fi, dim mwy, dim mwy. Mae'n y mart dim mwy I fi, miloedd wedi mynd. Breath dim moi dim moi breath in bras dim moi miloith vedimin. Donna lach dim moi dim moi Donna lach dim moi miloith vedimin. Thanks, Dorothy. Right, Simmy, anti-clockwise. Paul Robeson famously came to Wales and was inspired. He was in London, working in London, and Welsh miners asking for justice in the mines walked past his window in a hotel in London, and he heard them singing, and he leaned out of the window. And he said, "That's amazing." And he went down and joined them and worked with them and walked with them and learnt about Wales, and then spent a lot of time working in Wales as a result of that. So that's the history of that song.
All right. Thank you very much for the dramatic experience from Wales and from America. We are moving to Hungary. So Elizabeth, a little girl, is going to sing to us. Elizabeth in Hungarian is Erzsébet, and the pronunciation is very harsh, like the Hungarian language, and Erzse is the nickname of hers. So we are going to Háry János. This is a folk opera by Kodály. You have to know that Kodály said that we have to bring the folk songs from their original places up to the opera houses, up to the stages, and we have to dress them up. And then this is what you can see here. Very simple, pure Hungarian folk songs with wonderful orchestration. So the first song is the song of Erzse, a little Hungarian girl who says, "I'm poor, I'm very poor, not because I was born poor, but because I lost my lover." The Empress in Vienna fell in love with him, so I will stay poor. I have to go away and I will stay poor all my life. Okay, thank you, Dorothy. Szegény vagyok in Hungarian. Szegény vagyok, szegénynek születtem, a rózsámat igazán szerettem. Az irigyek elraboltak tőlem, most after this drama, we are still staying with Kodály, Hár János, the same piece. And we are going to be very cheerful. And we will make you believe that you have to come with us, you have to dance with us, you even have to come with us to the war, to the battle, because it's fun, it's great, the hussars have wonderful costumes, so I'm going to be a hussar now. And Richard will be my partner, whom I convinced to come to this battle, because it's amazing life. Okay, Dorothy will play to us, so Kodály, Hár János.
3 verses, yeah.
3 verses, yes. Okay, I hope you feel the rhythm at home.
It's a second soldier song. Very different.
Absolutely. Okay, so let's go to continue our party today.
So talking of rhythm, even though today's concert, the rule was Welsh and Hungarian music, there always has to be an exception to the rule. So I wanted to throw in the folk music that I love to play. And the theme, you know, what makes the best classical music is composers taking folk music and transforming it into a different world. And we see that through all the pieces we're playing today. And the person who did that in Argentina was Astor Piazzolla. And his music just takes you to the tango clubs. I love that they started dancing earlier because it felt like the tango vibe was just coming out. So it seems like the perfect thing to play now. So me and Mum are going to play Oblivion by Piazzolla. So imagine your cigars, your beers, and we'll take you to the smoky clubs of Argentina. Tina vibes. Yeah. Very good. What's next?
Would you like to hear a folk? Would you like to hear a
Maybe
folk
some,
tale? A
yeah.
folk tale.
Yes, definitely.
A folk tale. Yeah.
I think it's
Once upon a time, a long time ago, in a distant land, very far from Manchester, where we are here this afternoon, even across the River Irwell, across the River Mersey, even across the River Dee, that far away, was a mythical land where the pubs were open. And people would go on a Saturday afternoon to the pub and have a drink in this land. And and they would sing. And especially on certain afternoons when sport was being played across the world, they would sing especially loud, and they would sing a song.
Excuse me, St. David's Day.
And tomorrow is St. David's Day.
And Wales did win the rugby yesterday.
And this song is very famous and sung in pubs. And it was written in a hotel in the Garw Valley in South Wales, at Blaen Garw, by a man called Daniel James. So it was written in a hotel in a pub. But the words are, don't give me the fancy life, I don't want the fancy life. I don't want gold, I don't want pearls. What I want is a pure heart. And I thank God for giving me the ability to experience what a pure heart feels like. And the song's called Calon Lan. Coming soon, a pint in the pub.
I think you sat with us.
On a dance now, hopefully.
Okay, and now this is Dorothy's turn. Okay, so I'm going to announce Dorothy now. She is playing one of our favorite songs, a special gift to Ottilia for the Gobe Fest, because this song is called Evening at the Sacklers, or Evening at the Family, or Evening at the Village. There are different translations. So this is a Bartók song. He collected it in Transylvania, and it's very special for the Transylvanian Hungarians.
Lovely dog.
It's amazing. I think it's difficult to speak after that. But we are going to sing a song again with Dorothy. I'm going to sing a Bartók song. It is really difficult to speak after it, isn't it? It was so wonderful. Thank you, Dorothy. So this song has the same atmosphere. It's a lamentation. I'm a little girl again, and my lover left me. So this is a song about it. I'm going around the forest, I'm sad, I'm feeling like a lark coming back and thinking about my love life, and I'm going to descend just down on the earth, among the wheat field. This is our song. Erdő, de magas a teteje, jaj, de régen lehullott a levele, jaj, de régen lehullott a levele, árva madár párját keresi benne. Thank you. Thank you, Bartok.
So, Calon Lan was written, the music for Calon Lan was written by a man called John Hughes. And the poem for this next song is written also by someone called John Hughes, but not the same John Hughes. This John Hughes was called Ceiriog. He had a poetic name of Ceiriog. And as well as being one of Wales's leading poets in the 19th century, he was also the station master at Caersus Station in Mid Wales. And so when I go to Caersus Station, you can look out on the fantastic mountains. And this song, with music by Meirion Williams, is called Aros Mair Mynyddoedd Mawr. The mighty great mountains remain. The win 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 on, and a generation has come, and the mythical figure Alun Mabon is no longer around. The old mythology, the people of the old mythology aren't there, but the old language lives on.
Wow, thank you, Richard. It was so beautiful. It's always so difficult to speak after these beautiful pieces. So, now we're going to play and sing two very short Hungarian folk songs after the Welsh bit, and then after the Hungarians we're coming back again to Wales. So here we are again. I'm a little Hungarian girl, or any kind of girl who is dressed up white, and this is the wedding party, and everybody is so happy. Until the point I listened to the accords of Godai, because I just sang this song many times, and then I realized that there's a little drama, because the girl somewhere heard in a party that a man said to a woman like, "Oh, I would go to dance with you if you were so beautiful." And then I was like, what kind of saying is it? And then I realized these accords, like this is what Kodai meant, just like a tiny little drama in the wedding party. But then the second song is a happy one. It's about the tulips, and it's a proper preparation for the newlywed couple for the night. So it's a very symbolic tulip song. I don't have a red tulip now, but this is where. So I have a daffodil. Okay, so the flower is a flower. Okay. Kis kecce lányom, fehérbe vagyon, fehér a rózsa, kezébe vagyon. Mondom, mondom, fordulj ide, matka asszony. Mondom, mondom, fordulj ide, matka asszony. Mondom, mondom, fordulj ide, matka asszony. Mondom, mondom, fordulj ide, matkám asszony. Cédrusi menta, sarkai rózsa, én elmennék a jó táncba. Mondom, mondom, fordulj ide, matkám asszony. Mondom, mondom, fordulj ide, matkám asszony. Mondom, mondom, fordulj ide, matkám asszony. Mondom, mondom, fordulj ide. So the next song is the tulip song. You can dance at home. It's really a dancing song. Hey tulipán, tulipán, teljes szegfű szorgalán, teleköltem zsájával, szerelemnek lágjával. Nyisd ki rózsám kapudat, hadd kerüljen már adat, rózsafának illatja, az én szívem izgatja. Hey tulipán, tulipán, teljes szegfű szorgalán, teleköltem zsájával, szerelemnek lágjával. Nyisd ki rózsám kapudat, hadd kerüljen már adat, rózsafának illatja, az én szívem izgatja. Thank you for dancing with us.
Thank you. So, what now?
So, Welsh song, Falabalam.
Oh, yeah.
I think
Leaving
you have
home.
to come to the piano.
Leaving home.
Okay.
Can you imagine what that's like? At the moment, in my house, I live in the Vale of Glamorgan, so we're not allowed to travel to Cardiff as part of the lockdown and as part of keeping healthy and keeping everybody well. But this song is about somebody who leaves the house and crosses the river with a pipe in his mouth. Right, you're going to shuffle around that way.
Yeah.
I'll stay.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Okay.
I'm just going to shuffle around.
and again. Croeser afon getting on again. Nos sta, vi Susan Jen. We minni well the Falabalami and we come the Maria. Trottian, I vanni drosso brin. Trottian, I vanni drosso brin. Lo sta, vi Susan Jen. We minni well the Falabalami and we come the Maria. I think that for just 2 weeks when we finish lockdown, that ought to be the national anthem.
So I hope you sang with us. Falabalam and doodalambade.
Falabalam and doodalambade.
Falabalam and doodalambade.
So now we're in the jolly spirit. I think we'll stay there.
Yes, you have to. And we
Simmy,
have to
what
dance.
jolliness have you got for us?
Well, we're going to go to Hungary. My turn to be Hungarian. I do feel like an honorary Hungarian because we used to travel to Hungary as a family, and we have a home in Budapest, and we grew up going to courses there. And yes, I feel Mum is basically Hungarian, so I feel like
Thank you.
love that. And we used to travel to Lake Balaton and go and, well, I was too young to drink the wine, but everyone else would drink the wine, and we'd just hear the most amazing folk music in all the wine cellars, and I used to grow up playing this piece, and then we went to Hungary, and then I realised, that's how you're meant to play it. So now I'm going to try and emulate a bit of what I used to pick up when we were there, and play Csárdás.
Yes. Thank you.
You good? Yes, thank you.
I hope everyone's dancing at home because we feel like we just shouldn't do it here in the studio. Social distancing and all these things, but we will dance together Csárda, and we will dance together waltz. We are moving a little bit with the Csárda to Vienna. As you might know, that at the turn of the century, Austria and Hungary belonged together, and even Strauss in Vienna used the Csárda as a theme, and even the Hungarian operetta composers composed waltz. So Franz Liszt, who was born in Hungary, moved to Vienna, wrote the wonderful and wonderfully appreciated Merry Widow, and we are going to sing the waltz from it. So after the Csárda and all this kind of special spirit, we are going to Vienna, and we will be a kind of sophisticated couple now. And we are singing in English. This is the official end of our program. Richard will announce something, I think, if he feels like.
Shall we sing one last thing? Yeah?
Shall we?
Yeah.
Shall we? Yes, we will.
I suggest you sing
Which one?
the Harry János.
Harry János. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I suggest you sing it in Hungarian like before. It was just amazing. Please clap to all of my friends here, to Dorothy, to Simmy, to Richard, because I think they had the wonderful Hungarian spirit, and I think it was very nice as a Welsh spirit as well, so we are united in music anyway. Okay, so Harry János. Anybody at home? Anybody here? You can dance.
got lots of people here. There's 71 comments and lots of claps.
Okay, thank you. Oh, my shoes just got stuck here. Again. So I cannot dance. I cannot come up here.
Oh.
Okay, please.
Elizabeth's got stuck in the floor. Her
I got
shoes
stuck,
got stuck.
yeah.
Right.
Okay, this is the encore. Okay, Dorothy, please play.
This is a Cinderella moment.
Yes, I did. Okay, so could I? Thank you. I am safe now. Thank you. Social distancing, you see. Okay, so the last and the very last song is Kodai, János, and I will not move away from here, but you can dance. Again, doesn't matter. Please, Dorothy, play the song.
Oh, and thank you for an amazing performance. It was absolutely uplifting, and I had moments where I was crying in the back, and I wasn't sure if to clap or not, because, you know, but just to read you out some of the comments. Fantastic, wow, awesome playing, wonderful, Isteni, beautiful in Welsh too, gyönyörű, csodálatos. There's more here. All of you are excellent musicians. Brilliant, fantastic playing. People saying this social distancing. So romantic, clapping, you know. So there's been 79 comments from people, and you have really uplifted, I think, people's Sunday afternoons. So thank you very much for bringing the Danube River and the Welsh mountains and the Transylvanian mountains into people's living rooms through music. And the river as well from Salford.
Just as beautiful.
And yeah, just as beautiful. Yes, it is. And some just your performing and the way you all performed and your humour. We cannot wait to see you all on the Go Bifest stage live.
Let's hope.
So thank you very much. One more time, round of applause, everybody.
Yes. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you.
So you can join us again in 2 weeks' time here in the Wood Rooms in Salford on the 14th of March, which is just before the big Hungarian celebration, which is the 15th
one. Yes.
So we've got the folk tone band coming from down south, London and the surrounding areas, and they're going to be performing again, blending folk music with classical sounds and exploring the connections between both with a performance called Ludwig Folk Beethoven. An evening with the music of Beethoven and his Hungarian contemporary gypsy violin virtuoso János Bihari, exploring the musical connection and the possible influence on each other's musical language. So again, it's exploring those connections between folk and classical and everything in between. So make sure you join us again in 2 weeks. 2 weeks time, here live on the Go Bifest Facebook page. Thank you one more time for joining us, and again, big round of applause. Oh, and before we go, massive thank you to the team behind the cameras, Lorian Edwards, who is the sound engineer, the most amazing sound engineer ever, and production manager, and also to Chobo, who is on Chobo. I just forgotten your surname for a second. Wojtek, yeah, that's sorry, it's just gone. Wojtek Chobo, who has been filming all the online Go Bifest, very, very hardworking cameraman, photographer, videographer. So thank you both for working so hard.
Thank you very much.